Welcome to Sports Live Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Live with tonight's video. This video is going to be what I call the road to Super Bowl 58. Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. Who will win the big game with the Super Bowl being played in Las Vegas? No one knows for sure. The pros have their own ideas for that, which we'll get into that later on in this video. Right now, let's look at the road to the Super Bowl. First, for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs in the preseason won 2 of their 3 preseason games and lost 1 of the games. They defeated Cleveland Browns 33-32, won over Arizona 38-10, and lost to New Orleans 26-24. In the regular season, Kansas City had 11 wins and 6 losses. With their records, they qualified for the playoffs for the AFC as the number 3 seed and had to start their run in the playoffs in the first round as the wild card. Before seeing how the Kansas City Chiefs have done in the playoffs, we need to see how they did week by week in the regular season. We will do this by looking at who they played and what the final result was of those games. They won 13-12 over the Los Angeles Chargers. They won 25-17 over Cincinnati. They lost 20-14 over Las Vegas. They won 27-17 over New England. They lost 20-17 over Buffalo. They lost 27-19 over Green Bay. They won 31-17 over Las Vegas. They lost 21-17 over Philadelphia. They defeated Miami 21-14. They lost to Denver 24-9. They won over the Los Angeles Chargers 31-17. They defeated Denver 19-8. They defeated Minnesota 27-20. They defeated New York Jets 23-20. They defeated Chicago 41-10. And they defeated Jacksonville 17-9. They lost to Detroit 21-20. In the postseason, they defeated Miami 26-7 in the wild card game. They won 27-24 over Buffalo in the divisional round, and won the AFC Conference Championship game over Baltimore 17-10. Kansas City will play San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. Now that we have seen the road to the Super Bowl for Kansas City, let's take a look at the other team in the Super Bowl, which is the San Francisco 49ers. In the preseason, they won 1 game and they lost 2 of their preseason games. In the preseason, they lost to the Los Angeles Chargers 23-12. They defeated Denver 21-20, and they lost to Las Vegas 34-7. In the regular season, they won 12 games, lost 5, and as a result, clinched the NFC division and got first-round bye in the playoffs. They started in the playoffs in the division round. Before we get to how they did in the playoffs, let's look at how they played in regular season and who they won and lost to. They lost to the Los Angeles Rams 21-20, defeated Washington 27-10, lost to Baltimore 33-19, defeated Arizona 45-29, defeated Seattle 28-16, defeated Philadelphia 42-19, defeated Seattle 31-13, defeated Tampa Bay 27-14, defeated Jacksonville 34-3. They lost to Cincinnati 31-17, lost to Minnesota 22-17, lost to Cleveland 19-17. They defeated Dallas 42-10, defeated Arizona 35-16. They defeated the New York Giants 30-12. They defeated the Los Angeles Rams 30-23, and they defeated Pittsburgh 30-7. In the postseason, they defeated Green Bay in the divisional round 24-21. For the NFC Conference Championship, they defeated Detroit 34-31. San Francisco will play Kansas City for the Super Bowl on February 11th, 2024 in Las Vegas. So, now that we have seen their road to getting to the Super Bowl, let's look at some leaders for each of the teams. And this is regular season information. This is not through the postseason. This is just through regular season, so these stats might be a little bit higher than what I'm reporting. Anyway, with that, San Francisco passing yards, Brock Purdy had 4,280 yards with 31 touchdowns. For rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey had 1,459 yards. Let's see, and with that, 272 carries and 14 touchdowns. For the receiving yards, Brandon Ayuk with 1,342 yards. On defense, Fred Warner, 132 tackles and 2.5 sacks. Nick Bosa has 10.5 sacks with 53 tackles. Shavarius Ward has picked the ball off or intercepted the ball 5 times this season. For the Kansas City Chiefs offense, the team leaders are as follows. Patrick Mahomes, 4,180 yards, 27 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco, 935 rushing yards on 205 carries and scored 7 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, at least 984 receiving yards with 93 receptions and scored 5 touchdowns. Now for the fun part. The pros favor San Francisco to win the game over Kansas City by 2 points. The over-under is 47. And normally I don't do this for NFL games, but the Super Bowl is an exception to that rule. So with that, here's my opinion on how this game may go. Both teams have something to prove considering what both teams had to deal with to get to the Super Bowl. I'm going to disagree with the pros and go for the underdog. Kansas City will win the game by 3, and I will go over on the 47. I think there'll be more than 47 points scored between both of the teams. With that, the Super Bowl will be played at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada on February 11th, 2024. The game will kick off at 5:30 p.m. Central and will be broadcast on television on CBS and will be streamed on Paramount Plus and NFL Plus. There will be a kid-friendly version which will air on Nickelodeon television at that time. For radio, it will air on the Westwood One network. San Francisco is coached by Kyle Shanahan, and Kansas City is coached by Andy Reid. With that information regarding the road to the Super Bowl, I hope that you will please take the time and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware when I'm doing these special videos, when I'm doing live action videos, or when I'm broadcasting live, or any other sports-related information that needs to get out there. So with that, I hope you all have a great evening.